Hey, Gayle,
Yeah.
you tell Gene I'm on vacation. I can't be sitting here forever waiting for him to get organized.
Hold on. All right, do you see us moving now? Yeah.
I saw him walk by, yeah.
Okay. Just have to wait for the mayor to come back.
We don't start.
I see a lot of public participation gonna happen tonight.
What?
I hope we got a delay. That's so we can jump right out and keep it. We've got a 10-second delay.
Okay.
You tell them.
You didn't know Bill was a ventriloquist, did you? He's thrown his voice. Restart this meeting.
I was until I found out they.
Well, unplug it, let's go. You know. We'll be in our cars going home out here in the last 10 hours.
I mean, look, Brian can't go if I shut it off.
Brian,
Yeah.
God.
Technology. I saw that sign language, yeah.
5 minutes ago, it was a good morning. We better start.
That all worked for me.
Probably, well.
I don't understand why it's.
Why pull that plug back there? I'm curious.
You have any idea why it's doing that?
Why don't I? Oh, kids. That's true.
Well, no.
James, you can just unplug it and fix.
You're just zooming in and out now.
Oh. You turn it on there, and we're gonna pump some more gas, I think, now, not the rest of it. He said, we won't. Yeah.
It was Martina that called me. And she said that it wouldn't,
It's gotta be something.
it's supposed to stop, she said it wasn't stopping. Stop right now, isn't it?
That's why I'd rather be like. Better for her.
It's just an accident happens.
So we're just waiting, it's like, nah, you don't really expect the phone yet.
Okay, Brian, can you hear us? Well, I don't know. No.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Motion to approve the minutes of the April 26th meeting.
Make a motion.
All in favor? Motion to approve purchase order request. Second.
I'll second.
All in favor? To approve the audit of expense abstract. Second.
I'll second.
Favor?
Aye.
Public participation.
No.
I didn't keep it here, so. Department heads, Mr. James.
That was good.
Yep.
Couple correspondence. This is just some information for the board members. In the October 31st, 2019 storm, we had some damage up to the reservoir, and we submitted it to FEMA and to get reimbursed. So the shed that was up there had gotten washed away at the time, so we had it removed and replaced with a new shed. So we just got FEMA's reimbursement check for that. FEMA is paying us 75% of what it cost us, and the state of New York is paying us 12.5%. So we just got a check for $6,100 and some change to which is FEMA's portion of the 75%. And then I did receive a corresponding email from the state of New York stating that they will be sending us a check for the 12.5%. So just want to let you know that out of the 4 projects, 2 have been paid for already. And I'm still in correspondence with the 2, the Big Creek and the reservoirs itself. So those are still in the works. I actually did speak on the phone with them a couple times today. And another thing, with the whole pandemic, when there's money allocated to us, they held 20% back. Well, we just got a letter a month ago stating that they were going to give us an additional 15% back. So I applied and received that money. Also, I just got another letter the other day that said we're going to give the other 5% back. So, so we did receive an additional $6,400 on top of what I already submitted for reimbursement for college to be paid revenue. The next thing I got is getting towards the end of the budget. I kind of held off, but in this current budget, we budgeted to purchase a new sweeper. So I don't have all the logistics, the numbers ready. I'm waiting for a couple more quotes to come in. But in this gentleman that I spoke to, he has a demo model that just came in. It's out in demo right now. He has given me a quote on it, but he's also giving me, we're getting some quotes from other places just to get comfortable. But the reason I'm bringing it up is to let you know that I'm working on it. By next meeting, I should have that in place. But he offered to give us $30,000 trade. Well, he got me in contact with Village of Schoharie. They're interested in purchasing our old suite. I didn't. I tried calling him today. He hasn't called me back yet, but I'm trying to finalize a number. But I did give him a ballpark number between 40 and 50,000, and he was good with that. But we didn't finalize a number. So I haven't. Before I can commit to anything, I just want to make sure, get his, verbal commitment on it. But he definitely wants a sweeper. We just haven't decided what number it was. Obviously, it would be your decision at the time when we do that to allow us. So that will be at the next meeting. I'll bring up that and I'll have all the paperwork in order.
How old is the sweeper that we have now?
It's a 2005.
And that was the longevity of the sweeper.
It's really hard to say, so I don't know, was that 12 years old, 13,
5 to 60.
16 years old? I mean, it's still running, if that's your question, but we have, in the past, we've really had to put quite a bit of money into it, just to keep it up with snuff. So now, when we bought that one originally, it was right in the first year I came, maybe 2006 is when we received it, but it's a 2005 sweeper. It's a steel hopper, it's just, you know, it was a new at the time for that technology. Now everything's different, stainless steel hoppers now, obviously the emissions is all in, so it's a lot more money than what we paid, so we paid $115,000 for that originally. Now the new one that I just got a quote with them was $271,000. So it's quite expensive. In that, also with that round, we've also applied to the Barton Fund to help us with this. We just haven't heard anything back from them yet. And that's usually around June or whenever, to put some money towards it. But longevity, again, to answer your question, it's hard to say. You know, if we maintain them, they're gonna last a while, but we feel like it's time to replace it because this one still worth some money and before we have to put some X amount of dollars into it, you know? So. The next thing I have is, one of our employees, quit and his last day was last Thursday. So I would like to, so in the meantime, Justin, our garbage truck driver, approached me and he asked me if we're gonna hire somebody to replace this gentleman that quit. He would like to get out of the garbage truck and take his position and do more than just drive the garbage truck. So I guess I'm looking to probably put the paper, an ad in the paper, to look to pursue, possibly replacing the garbage truck driver. Kind of what I kind of.
We have Sean, right?
That is correct.
And Justin will still drive if he needs.
If
He has.
Yeah, they still have their licenses, yes.
Yeah.
He just feels like he could be more of an asset to the village outside the garbage truck because he has some longevity here now.
That's your choice, so.
I don't have a problem with that. I mean, he approached me, he's showed interest in trying to get his wastewater license and everything, but again, when you drive a garbage truck 4 days a week, he doesn't get the hours in that he need down there, so. So I will be putting an ad in the paper to look at it. If nobody has any questions, I just have my monthly report. That's pretty much all.
I got a question too.
Yes,
The creek, did we hear anything from Oneida County?
not yet.
Do we expect to, or, I mean, the last I thought it was after the first quarter, which would be April,
That's,
we would hear.
that's what he told me, and he said that they were gonna be getting together, and I haven't heard a reception, obviously I haven't followed up on it. But I can follow up with Gayle.
Well, you can, or I can, or somebody, I think we either gotta tell us no, or, I mean, it's.
I actually requested a meeting with, Tony. He sent me this, to see what he has to say, but I didn't follow up on it. So for the month of April, we hauled 63.37 tons of garbage to the transfer station at $62 a ton, was a total of $3,928.94. We also hauled 15.5 tons of trash to the transfer station at $62 a ton, was a total of $961. We also hauled in 12.19 tons of recycling at zero cost. 0.25 tons rigid plastic at zero cost. We hauled in 8.1 tons of green waste at $15 a ton, a total of $121.50. We also hauled in 1.57 tons of electronic waste, recycling waste at zero cost. We also did have Sims Metal Management pick up our dumpster. They sent us a check for $733.92 for 4.9 tons worth of metal. We also used 368.1 gallons of diesel fuel in the garbage truck. last month at a cost of $526.38 and an average of $1.43 per gallon. The month of April, we pumped 7,310,000 gallons of water at an average of 244,000 gallons per day, and we use a total of 71 gallons of sodium hypochlorite per month.
Any questions for James? No. James, your chief won't be here either. There's codes.
He had a couple of things that he wanted you to discuss though. Besides that one we're going on. Yeah, I gave you the email he sent.
I know, I thought, when I talked to him, I thought he said he wanted to wait until the next meeting. But maybe I forgot what the first one was.
And there was like 3 things on there, the one we were gonna wait on.
Yeah. I thought he wanted to wait, but.
So he said he would be happy to show the board the trucks prior to the May 24th meeting at 6:30 or 6:45.
Is that a possible thing for everybody? He's asking that because he's got a meeting at 7. Not just a normal meeting, but a meeting, he rather than rush through it, if we could be here at 6:30. He wants to answer our questions. Okay.
That's our next meeting, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
7.
And the only other thing that he just wanted you to know is that truck 421 has been undercoated and is back in service. And that's it.
Codes.
Nothing, they did start doing the inspections. Which gave you a list, they did rocks, the liquor store, Frank's. 2 hair salons and one was regular. I've been talking to a couple of different people that I know that own authorities. Just been trying to figure out when I get the tenants.
And you did the church too, right? Or,
Yeah, I did, but that was before last week.
oh,
I don't know if I said it when I said it.
yeah.
So I didn't say.
Any active repair? Do we have any Toma permits left there? Or no?
A lot of them I didn't necessarily have.
Right.
There's the one on Tower Street, that's still, I see it's still.
He's got, Toma has asked me to get a hold of Jeremy Edwards. He's got at least one project, I don't think he even started it. So on my street, so I've left him 2 messages and I haven't been able to find him about on Tower Street.
You know, I saw it a couple of days ago, we moved over on CBS Road.
Bad.
And
Oh, is he on that? Okay. They're getting a little upset with it.
I would too.
Any questions for Kevin?
Yeah, I just want to say thanks for the list.
Try to get something formal, sooner or later.
Did you,
got it.
did you take a look at that state report, New York State report?
I never haven't heard that.
Okay.
I know, yes, I got it back with you, right, I wasn't talking to her about it.
Okay.
Why it came out like that, why it came out like that, what we can see, but yeah, it said I did it. I got the email saying it. So, she hasn't mentioned
Okay.
The thing I want to bring up is the fence permit application. Did we take the swing set part off of Facebook?
I can't do that.
No, but we.
I'll have to ask Lori. Yeah.
On our webpage, it just said fences and swing sets.
what, take it off, this makes sense for what?
Do we need a permit for a swing set?
Yes.
We do.
Yeah.
Well,
And
regarding
if you build swing set,
if you build one,
yeah.
if I buy one, do I need it?
You're gonna build it. Which-
If you're putting it together, you need.
Only because of multiple people, I thought it was back a while ago from Dan still here. Only because a lot of people have been putting them together and say they're supposed to through bolt the swing set and use 4 screws. Well, Joe Homer was, I got screwed on, runs the 4 screws, doesn't do that, and then Johnny brings it out.
No, I get it.
So, yeah.
I didn't remember us talking about it, but that's fine, I'll leave it in. And the other thing we talked about a little bit was roofing.
Yes.
Do we wanna write something up on that, or is there something in the code? And why Kevin and I talked about this, and it's like, if Mrs. Sweet has got a roof with 2 layers of shingles, and some guy comes in and says, oh, there, she might think that's fine and dandy, but it's not kosher, it's not right. Kevin should go and make sure that they're stripping that off and put the roof back.
Is there a limit on how many roofs you want to have?
Two. In our thing, there's nothing saying that, but in New York State says that you have to have a permit to get one, so I mean, technically, we don't have.
And we should for that.
Yeah, and again, it's just like anything, you don't have to put a huge dollar amount on the cost of it, it's just a matter of, just so I can say. And like you said, the lady doesn't know the better, I can do a price of $20,000 because I'm gonna do it right, and then somebody else comes in and says, hey,
Yeah, yeah.
and not comparing apples to apples and.
Not to be sexist, it could be a little.
Well, you did say.
My point was-
Before he pointed to me, but.
I was talking.
You know what we're talking about. But
Yeah.
I mean, it protects some people who wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah,
That's-
I would.
But that's what we follow, is New York State code, right?
Yeah.
So.
But I think we should
That's a
make,
permit.
But
we should make it more, no.
yes, we should, yeah.
Do I need a permit for oil? And not picking on you.
No,
but
I have
need
no.
some hot water
I didn't know
heater.
you need a permit for a swing set either, so.
I didn't.
The swing set's within the year.
But if you replace your hot water heater, Kevin's supposed to see that and see that it's put in a new, any kind of heat producing, how do I say it?
Anything combustible.
Combustible fireplace, while you're running, you got a lot of things on the code up there. But I think there's a lot of things people
Being
don't
live
know.
streamed. Do I wanna say anything?
And again, it's the misconception of, oh, you just want to get a permit to raise my taxes. I don't even know who the person does the taxes, and they've never talked to me, so it has nothing to do with that, it's just the fact that if some kid, just got out of boat seats, hooks up your hot water tank, doesn't tighten the gas line, your house burn, blows up.
I mean, do what you said, yeah,
It just,
The house in Clinton here a month or 2 ago. That was professionals that installed that, that's how that house blew up.
oh, really?
I guess my point is, and I brought it up in the past, that somehow we should have a repetitive, whether on our webpage. There's a lot of things that people don't know, you replace your furnace, Kevin's gotta look at it, you got hot water heater. By code, if you put it in a new faucet, it's gotta be code compliant for all that, but that's getting a little.
And another new one now as of this year was windows.
Yeah,
You need any window that you replace. Unless you.
Even if you're doing replacement, the other goes.
Any, except for like your building downtown that's got single pane, if you're just reglazing, you don't need to. But anything because of the new energy code.
What are you gonna check when I put a window in? I'm just asking you.
If you buy a window, it has a sticker, and on it says, you gotta remove the sticker until you have it inspected by your clothes officer.
But I'm asking you, why do you have to inspect? I'm just
Make
asking.
sure it's low heat, And it's, make sure it's low heat and insulated properly, instead of you wouldn't go down to Grossman's and buy, holy shit, it's only $30. Well, yeah, because it came from, Titans stock for 30 years ago, you know? And to you, it's insulated and, you know, not, and if you're gonna replace it, it's gotta be a certain size, you know, if it's in the bedroom and stuff like that.
So if you hire one of these windows companies to come in and do it, you still have to inspect them.
Yeah. Then you need a permit. You know, as of, like I said, as of this year.
Maybe there should, is there a list somewhere of things that we need a permit for, like?
Well, I don't think we're going to do the whole list.
I was gonna say.
And if you had a,
Something new, if somebody wanted to put it on the internet or something new would be the roofs.
I think a lot of the common things, hot water heater, furnace.
The hot water heaters, we don't have nothing, water tanks on there, because we had that, when I was there, we were gonna charge like nothing, just to let Whitey go in and inspect them.
Right,
Make
well,
sure they were put
it's
in
just a
right.
matter of, I can't see it, you know, that's something, like when you go to do a roof, you know, I can certainly pull in and say, oh, wait a second, this. Not necessarily stop the job, you can keep roofing, get down and get a permit, but what are you doing up there?
So when you inspect things like, the windows, you just have, we get the permit and then you look at what's coming in, when do you inspect it?
Yeah, so I expect the window itself, you know, that if you're just wanting to replace windows, I just have to make sure it's up to the energy code,
Okay.
low energy.
And that's not included in like building permit, those are all separate.
Yeah, no, your permit, no, that covers everything. You don't have to give a roof permit and everything, you're good with yours.
Okay.
Yeah, no, if you just all of a sudden, somebody, you know, Jamie wanted to get new windows for his house, that's it. You know, they have to get a permit.
And we don't want to, well, I don't think we want to get charged crazy. I mean, if we don't, Kevin's just gonna go and look and say, okay, that's covered, that's fine. But I think it used to be like plumbing, if you hadn't extended another new outlet,
Yeah.
that kind of thing, technically you're supposed to have. And there's probably 10,000 things. We don't want to, I don't think we want to get that crazy. The common things I think that people should know and should have looked at are good things.
Well, can I just,
No,
we go back to, well, if we're gonna be adding in all these permits, do we put them under the building permit with the current fees, or do we have new fees? I mean, to me, like a swing set permit, I don't know, $35 for a swing set permit seems pretty steep, but
Like hot water tanks, we were charging 10, having to go inspect it. I mean, I don't see what would be the difference with the swing set, $10.
yeah.
Or I don't know, I agree with what Gayle's saying.
but I think maybe Kevin at some time, or we could come up with a short list of the important things and put a little number next to
I would say
it.
roofs you can probably still use in general.
General, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's a high dollar.
But I think like
$35.
what about windows?
I would go low because if you're just replacing a kitchen window, I would just want to pay.
Yeah.
You're doing a $300 job, but it's a bit, but you know,
And fences?
I think that was on that application, wasn't it? Didn't you?
Oh, yeah, we did
Yeah,
that, I'm sorry, we did
yeah.
that. So $10 for those?
I think we'll make up a list and then have the board, you know, whatever we think we're gonna do, hot water heaters, furnaces, just those things that Kevin's gonna come in and look at the tag and make sure it's plumbed right.
Okay.
I don't think we can charge outrageous numbers, just. Compete with the difference we've got.
I think if you're not careful, it becomes a deterrent.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree with that.
and I know years ago, ancient times, when I went to code school, one of the first things they said was letting people know that the process is to protect them,
Right.
having a contract
Right.
and do something.
It's not,
It's not, we're not coming in with a building.
Well, like, you know, just personally, if you came into my house, I'm sure there's a lot of things, because a lot of people did a lot of stuff all over the years, you know?
Yeah, it's not like I can shut, you know, if you were in an hour, the only thing on there was look at how hard I don't care if you have railings on your stairs or anything like that, that's none of my business.
Did you get that in the minutes, so? We're just got a lot of things.
Seriously, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I don't mean, I just think there's things people don't know that they should know.
I agree with you,
That-
and you know, I didn't realize it was to protect the consumer.
No, Kevin, if they don't call you, you catch them.
Typically, if it's.
I mean, private property now, I'm saying.
Well, I'm allowed to stop the work. I can physically tell them to stop, or, you know, if they don't, then you can call cops, and they can be arrested. I can physically stop work, but typically, if I see a job, and so far, nobody, contractor included, guys, where's the, come on. You know, continue working, it's a nice day, I'm not gonna stop work, but next time, you know, just call, it's not a big deal, you know, it's, you know.
A lot of times they don't know.
That's right. Right, well, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
Yeah, typically it's like I said, it's just, I see it, I stop, and I had one up in the home or up, on Osborne the other day, I drove by them, I got almost 20 of them. And spun around and, you know, and he got hurt, you know, again, he didn't know, he was putting back, there was a front porch there, he was putting back one, it took the whole time. I mean, so now there's structural, you know, technically should have called for digging and stuff like that, but, you know, I didn't say, stop, and, you know, continue building, just next time, just ask, or.
You might have been the other.
After the fact, or.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, like I said, he had a front porch spot that he didn't need, you know, but.
Okay. I'm 7:30 prediction shot.
Sorry.
No, and that's fine, it's good that we talk about it. Did you write the new fence,
No,
I did.
that's why it's true.
Tell that to Oriskany Falls, because it's copied after theirs.
Yeah, I will. A couple things I saw on here, did you see it, Kevin?
Yeah.
You guys, fences and walls shall not exceed 8 feet height, that's fine. Fence or wall should be closer than 3 feet from the street boundary, that's fine. No fence or wall should be closer than 2 feet from the property line. I think that's. I don't want to lose 4 foot yard just to move my fence.
Oh, I'm agree, right now, it's, you can put it on the front.
Right, yeah.
I assumed that, I actually assumed you do, I read it too, and I'm.
Well, I read it, but I didn't know.
No, I showed it to you first, and then you
Okay, yeah, I mean, as long, the biggest thing that it's on there is, we put a fence, you know, show me the markers. That way, when, you know, your neighbor comes back from, you know, vacation, we'll go.
So I think we should scratch that one, the 2 feet from the property line. And the other one was, any fence or wall should have the finished side, whatever the finished side is, facing the adjoining property. I don't know where you go with that.
Typically now, they're vinyl, so that's back in the stockade days, you know. And to be polite, I don't disagree with that, but.
I don't disagree, but I don't know if we should be going that far with telling people what they can and can't do on their own property. But, so I'm just throwing that out at the board. What do you think about that?
About putting a good side to your neighbor.
Finished side.
Good side.
I think it's probably the right thing.
I think it should be up to the homeowner.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. I probably would have, knowing that I'm not going to put the fence up, but I probably would. You say, but I just.
And that's just
I'm
my,
gonna spend, you know, $5,000 in fence, and I have to look at the bad side or unfinished, that'd be.
Yeah, I mean, I guess,
But again, if I'm driving down the road and I see my house, you know, I always look at my stuff from the road view, not necessarily, and I wouldn't want to see like Forrest coming over my house either, yeah.
I remember Brian talking about this last time, and I have been paying attention to fences as I keep bringing up, and almost always the good side is not facing the house that put it up.
And that's fine.
Yeah, but I don't think it should be mandated.
No, I think it's
That's
the
all.
homeowner.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
And like,
Okay.
this day and age, it's,
I agree.
they're mostly vinyl, anyway, so there is no good or bad.
Yeah.
Jim?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to get this out on public too far.
I just,
And the 2 foot thing, I think is,
Brian, can you hear us?
Yep. Can you hear me?
I just want to bring you in on this because you brought this up at the last meeting about the fences.
Yep.
Having the good side face your property or face your neighbor's property. That's what we're discussing.
Yeah, I just think you should put the good side to the neighbors, but as Bill Getman said last meeting, sometimes both sides of the fence are the same thing, so.
well, yeah, and this is finished side. There's a big, I don't know if there's a good, bad side to the fence, it's all
I think
your,
like a
your
stockade,
opinion.
like a stockade fence has some stuff on the back.
I mean, some of them, the posts only show on one
Yeah.
side, like that fence over there, the post shows both sides.
I still think it should be up to the homeowner.
I do too.
You gonna take a vote on
So it's
this?
good with that? All everybody's in favor of taking that. And the 2 foot part?
I think you should be able to put it on the line. Why should I lose 2 foot here, 2 foot there, 2 foot here?
The
Just lost
only, the only thing the state says is, just because if you do have a fence that you're maintaining, have to maintain, guess what you can't do? Put on your property line.
Going to the neighbors.
You can't maintain it, and you can't, that neighbor could tell you, I want you can go right up that fence.
I don't have his side, no.
Right, no, I'm just saying, that's why they tell you.
But you're losing, if you put a 3-sided, say, enclosure.
Oh, yeah, no.
You're losing 6 feet of property.
Again, I don't care, I just,
I don't think that's fair either. But you're right, you can't maintain, I mean, you don't get along with your neighbors.
Right, if you put
Hopefully your neighbors will like, whatever.
I don't care what they're paying on their side, but they have a way.
I'm in favor of putting it up property.
Yeah, me too. We used to have a tiny yard and I did not want to lose that.
Right, exactly, yeah.
So we strike those 2 out of there, and the rest of them's good? We can put this out to approve, if you want to.
It's up to you guys. Or if we want.
Why don't we redo it, rewrite it, then everybody get a copy, and then we can approve it. Maybe by then we'll come up with a list of things we have there. Anything else for Kevin? Treasurer,
Well, excuse me, Gene, maybe we should put on our Facebook page and on the village webpage. If you're doing any kind of replacing windows or anything, contact your local code enforcement.
yes.
I'd like to.
I think that would be-
Everybody in the habit of whatever, just call.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
It does, my phone's always on, yeah, yes, no, that's all.
And that could save us a lot of, you know.
I mean, we still get a lot of calls, I used to get calls,
I get it.
if I'm tearing down my porch and replacing it, do I need for, I said, you gotta build a new porch, build it for this, so we get. Kevin's gotta know if they're making it, I'm putting up 2x2s for supports or 4x4s or
Right.
junk or, you know. They're against their protect the home. Okay, so we'll come up with a new revised list of something for the next meeting, put it on the website. Yeah.
So the only thing I have is a balance transfer that I just ran payroll, so I found that our water fund salaries has gone over budget. So I request to transfer $1,400 from the water fund building maintenance code to the water salaries. the water supply salaries, and another $1,400 from the hydrant maintenance fund to go into the water salaries for transmission. So it's $2,800 total.
How much total?
I'm sorry, what was
How
that?
much total?
$2,800.
I'll make a motion, go ahead.
That'll get us through the month, we have to.
Yeah, we only have one more payroll.
Okay. A second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Right.
Brian is there.
Well, the poor guy was like, he's got a sunburn now. He's waiting for
The
so
poor guy's-
long for the meeting to get going.
Four guys in Florida, don't tell me. Four guys. Anything else, Gail?
No, that's it.
Mr. Gattles?
I got something for Gail.
Oh,
Gail, could you get a hold of Will and ask him why we're paying a $60 disposal fee for those fire truck tires when we brought them back to our barn to sell them? There's no reason why we should be paying that garage $60 for a disposal fee when we brought them back.
Whenever I had to pay the same thing on my own thing, it did, I took my tires. And they claim it's a New York State thing.
I know New York state law says $5 a tire.
Correct.
Well, you're talking $60, you're not talking $20.
Yes, I will contact him.
I'm gonna be talking to him tomorrow, so
Okay.
I'll worry about it. Anything else for Gail? Mr. Gattles?
I had another long conversation with the attorney for the schoolhouse apartments. Jamie, do you have any map of the state easement? Just how far it goes? I think they think it goes farther than what I think it does.
We might, I've seen one, but I don't know if I can put my finger on it.
I think when they did that road, put that box culvert in, I think it defines all the states.
I remember seeing something, I'm just not too sure if I can put my finger on it.
If we could get that, and then it shows that most of that pit is on them, I think he might soften his glance up to
I think
pop up a little more
you
money.
might find that new box culvert, I'd say it's new, it's 40 years old. When they did that job, I think they defined the boundary. I think before they got to a good spot in the old arch, they went on another foot or two to.
But my expectation
But I think
is
it's defined.
that the box culvert that they put in goes pretty much to the extent of their easement.
I think it goes a little past it because tying into them rocks.
Yeah.
But it's well defined on that map, I'm sure.
Let's see if I can find it.
If you can,
The state's gotta have one.
yeah, but see, they had this engineer come out from Whitesboro and, he says it's all the state's problem. The cause for lack of maintenance on their, culvert. And I don't know if he really looked that hard into what's their culvert and what's not.
Yeah, but I think we can pick one out. I think
Never
we're gonna
mind.
change it. But I know there is one there. When did they do that road? 82, what? 82 or 85? It had to be before on that by your house, 85, so it was before that. So, something was.
That'd be when they moved that water main on East Peyton Hill, go underneath the culvert.
Go underneath the drain pipe, yes, that's what they did, yes,
I mean, we have those pictures of that.
yeah,
They might have days on.
that's a mess, that.
Yeah, I know. Thanks.
Yeah, it lasted a lot. So, anything else you got anything else, Bill?
Nothing.
Anything else for Bill? No word from Our Lady on 315? The demo?
No,
Maybe she ever get back to you and say,
no, we looked at reading for
see you. Mr. You.
I told Gayle I would start going to the SWOCO meetings, so she wouldn't have to worry about that. First meeting will be Thursday night, the 15th at 6:30 in Verona. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's all I have.
Brian?
A couple things. First, Jim, thanks for doing the SWOCO meetings. Second, the summer rec committee had met. I don't know if it's come up yet, but Madden Barnes has agreed to be the director. And so officially she can't start till June 1st, but she was planning on starting probably as soon as she got home from college, doing some plans. Gayle, have you made any contact with her or anything specifically?
No, I have not.
Okay. Anyway, so we were very happy that she agreed to do this. We're excited about that.
She is back, Brian, I know that.
And the other thing was the 150th birthday for the Village of Waterville. We have a meeting with the Board of Directors of Waterville First tomorrow to do that in conjunction with the cruising in. They're pretty excited about that. I'm going to encourage the board members to join us the third Thursday of the month, where we get together at the Historical Society, and we do the same as this. You got in person, or you can go on with Zoom, and put in your ideas, do some brainstorming about what people have seen in other communities celebrating their birthdays. Just get a lot of new ideas. Tonight, I called Lori Fees. She's going to participate with Jill Getman's community, which is at the same time as this meeting. And so she was going to bring it up over there to get some ideas from those people, just so it's more of a, not just village board, not just Waterville First, but try to get more of a community involvement and what we can do to get people excited about all this and get some good plans. I've been kind of encouraged to see like Louis Langone's putting some things in Facebook history of the fire department. Maybe we get all the different groups to, throw something together for their organizations and stuff like that. So that's what I have. Anybody have any questions?
Brian, has anybody approached the school about this also?
No. Well, not to the best of my knowledge, but I'm pretty sure the answer is no.
Anything else for Brian? Thanks, Brian.
Okay, you're welcome.
Go back to your tally on the beach and watch the Amanda Briggs, or Amanda Bright is my email sent me.
Brian already brought it up, I actually last meeting, emailed Lori about the 150th anniversary, and she said she would talk to the Historical Society at their next meeting. Follow along with the other organizations also.
203. Anything for Amanda? Any question from you? Is that it?
Yeah, that's okay.
Heard enough, more.
I didn't know if anybody got a hold, I just talked to Gayle about it today, if anybody got a hold, and if that's my job of was it Miss Springer from the high school? Was she the one that was here?
Dr. Spring.
Dr. Spring, yeah.
Right.
Whether we reconfigured the bus thing, but you said that did happen.
Yeah, Brian,
Yep.
I talked to a parent, and it sounded like the summer rec students were going to be, supposed to be dropped off at the school and then brought here for the beginning of summer rec. Have you heard anything on that, rather than being dropped off here?
Well, I like that idea, but I've not been told that officially by the school. I've not had contact with Dr. Spring.
Okay.
I know Jill Kervin was gonna talk it over with Dr. Spring. And I haven't got back in touch with Jill, but that was one of the main things she was gonna discuss with her.
I'll try to call Jill this week.
I would like to add one more thing, Gayle.
Yeah,
Jill was going to do a pre-registration form, so we had a better idea of what the numbers are we're talking about when it came back to, location, size,
Yes.
availability.
she has, and I saw, last I talked to her was shortly after Madden accepted the position, and she put out the pre-registration, and she had at that time 28 kids that have already signed up. So, we're already close to that 30 number that we're thinking is the maximum that we can probably fit in here at the current COVID.
Okay, current.
I haven't heard anything more from her on it.
Anything else, Gerda? Really?
You better hurry up then.
We've done out here a quarter of a few minutes. Motion to adjourn?
I'm in one.
Second.
I'll second.
All in favor? Yep. Yeah.
You skipped the mayor's report.
Hi,
You skipped the mayor's report.
She hears my report. Don't forget.
hi, Brian.
All right, thank you for setting that up, Gail.
Yeah, enjoy your vacation.
And bye, Brian.
Goodbye.